on the bootleg. He'll look to throw. Brought in by Chris Olave. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On 1st and 10, it's a handoff. Wait a minute, it's a reverse. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
That is brought in at the 10. And he'll be taken down.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
A run on 1st and goal. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Now they'll set up to throw. That is caught by the tight end. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Dragons. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. First and 10.
Big ace.
They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And this will be a Cardinals first down as he gets... the 40-yard line.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
Throwing now, Murray on first down. That is intercepted. And the Dragons are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
At their own 46-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Left side into the hands of Olave. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
They'll look to throw. Got his man at the 6. And he will score. Jawan Johnson. Touchdown, Dragons.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Start out with a run, and it's Benson. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Again, it's Benson. Crazy. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Now a second down throw for Murray. The open man is Wilson. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. 14-0 is our score. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Ace. Hey.
Out of the gun, it's Murray. Now a shot here, deep middle. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Open man down the field. It's Olave. Still going inside the 20. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 72 yards. It's a touchdown. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far. So
after the touchdown, It's Bates to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Hey. Omaha, Omaha, Omaha. Come back, come back. Green, green, green. 2-2.
On 1st and 10, Murray. He's going to let this one go deep. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. That one caught by Wilson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
3rd and 6.
Big Ace open, Big Ace open. 1-1.
From the shotgun, it's Murray. This one intercepted. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a 2nd interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Dragons add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. Now a loose football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huff.
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, I think by now, Mike, we know where the biggest mismatch of this game has been. This defense is all over this passing game. Everywhere they look, they have defenders in the right spot. They've resulted now in 3 interceptions, all while forcing this offense to try to adjust their game plan on the fly.
Here's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. Here's 2nd and 2. Owned back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll go with the counter to try and pick it up. They try the same thing and a similar result. Back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. Here comes 4th down. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Bates' kick is good. And the Dragons going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Omaha. Hey. 2-2.
From the gun, it's Murray. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
Shit.
49-yard line.
Murray. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, Omaha.
Now Murray. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
So we've reached halftime here on NFL Kickoff Weekend as we get you to Orlando. Say hello to my old pal, Jonathan Coachman, with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. To throw is Murray. Going right sideline and complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Big X open, Big X open.
Murray going to hand this to Benson. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Ryan Brzee there for the tackle. Murray now on second down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Murray now. And this ball incomplete on third down.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
He'll fire one deep for Harrison.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession, and that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on fourth down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead, but it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop, and that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
They'll come up now for second down and 4.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now a give on the ground. And a nice run. He's got a first down tackle made right at the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Dragons.
He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Mike, so often we see when a draw play is called, so much of the success depends upon what look do you get from the defense. In this case, they dial up a blitz. It could be feast or famine. In this case, it's famine. The blitz runs right into the draw. They get stopped. No gain.
Finding space at the 15. A big play there. 33 yards.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long. That was a really nice run.
A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain. Once more from the 2. 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
They'll run. No place to run there. Good job by the D to stop him at the 2.
How about this for a goal line stand, Mike? Your back's against the wall, back-to-back plays, you hold tight. They set themselves up here to defend a 4th and goal try.
The offense staying put. 4th and goal from the 2. Now a pitch to Walker. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
Well, Mike, this is a real throwback football play right here. There's not many teams around the league that utilize a fullback, but when you have one, use them. And that's exactly what they tried to do here, but he was not able to pick up this 1st down. Great job by this defense getting a huge stop.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, shift. Oh, stop.
They'll go again with Benson. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. 2-2.
On 3rd down, Murray.
It doesn't get much closer than that, Mike. I thought with that last sack, they got him in the end zone for a safety. I think he was just short of the goal line. But now, think about where this next snap is going to be, and if you're the defense, man, you can smell blood in the water.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Here's a run going left. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now whistles here, and a penalty. Looks like somebody moved early up front. Back to the ground after the penalty. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. 3rd and 9. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Empty. Oh, what?
Murray looking to throw. That's taken in by the running back, Benson.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Oh, a man open right side. He's got him. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
And at this point in the game, trailing by this much, you're just trying to get something positive going. And even if it doesn't alter the outcome of this week's game, Mike, you're trying to build on some things that you can take into next week's practice, build off of and learn from, and hopefully carry it into next week's game to hopefully have a lot better performance, especially here offensively.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
Big ace. Oh,
Murray's going to throw again. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Again, it's Murray. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
He's going to look for the home run ball. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Arizona. That's his second touchdown now here in the season opener. Touchdown here in the fourth quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for two. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here.
And he gets into the end zone for the two. So it's not over yet. It's back to a two-score game. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. He's to midfield.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
They'll put a receiver in motion right. Now a run on first down. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is third down.
You know at this point the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He's got this one complete to Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. On first and 10, it's a handoff. Wait a minute, it's a reverse. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8. He'll come to the line now on second and 2. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. On second down, they run the counter. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. He is down at the 14, but will have the first down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this third and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Up the middle they go. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. So, it's a win for our visitors. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Hey, yo, fresh out the